right now I'm holding in my hands 4 books. Now these 4 books are completely amazing. I've just been browsing and perusing through them, and the author is Mr. Ngoni C. Chisinkarambwe. Good morning.
Good morning, madam. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Fine.
Very good. So, I'm looking at these books. The first book that I actually looked at was How to Start a Business. Now, you've written all these 4 books. Were these 4 books one after each other, or you've taken time to write these books?
No, it was exactly one after each other.
One after another.
No,
that's a lot of writing. Mm-hmm. That must have been a lot of time.
Yes, I can say writing is in me. Writing is in my blood.
It's your passion?
When I sit down, it just flows.
Wow. That's incredible.
It just flows.
So this first book that I'm looking at is How to Start a Business and Manage a Small Business. And one of the, I just opened a page randomly. One of the things you're talking about is you should at least have a bank account. Now,
yeah.
I don't have a business. I want to start a business. What advice do you give me if I hadn't read this?
To start a business, one must be passionate about it.
All right.
And then you must be focused. You must be determined. Mm-hmm. But of course, opening a bank account is one of the requirements eventually when a business starts.
All right.
And you must actually have a relationship with a bank.
With a bank.
Because sooner or later you'll need some finance from the bank.
That's good. Relationship with bank, relationship with stakeholders,
stakeholders.
With just how. And I was reading your bio, and it says that you said that you came from a poor background and you financially didn't have enough money to take yourself through school. Mm-hmm. How do you balance that, right? Coming up with all of these with that kind of educational background.
These books I'm writing mainly to inspire the people who come after us. Mm-hmm. That having a poor background doesn't mean that that's the end of the world.
Right.
One can still make it as long as one is determined.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you obviously have some businesses of your own.
Yes, I've got 3 small businesses. The first one is a cleaning company.
Right.
We provide cleaning services, mm-hmm. including pest controlling, gardening, and landscaping. We also do COVID-19, or we used to do COVID-19 sanitization, and we also supply detergents and toiletries. The second company is a building construction company. Mm-hmm. My father was a builder, so what I did was I only regularized the business. So we provide the entire building construction services, which is brickwork, plastering, plumbing, electricals. This involves, it can be fix and supply or labor right. only, and we do improvements, renovations, or we can start from scratch.
Okay, that's very good. And now, obviously, I love how you're talking about building, construction and stuff, mm-hmm. and I'm looking at your the other 3 books. It's one of them is Life is Not Fair, The Will Determines the Way, and God Cares and Provides. Mm-hmm. Now, this is building, obviously, people yes. internally, inspiring people. Where are you standing when you're writing these books? Because I can see they're very God-driven, and I understand that you are a pastor as well.
No, I'm not a pastor, I'm a preacher.
You're a preacher.
But of course, they say a preacher is a pastor.
Is a pastor. You're a teacher of the Word of God.
Yes,
right, so tell us about your inspiration. What inspired you to write? My God cares and provides. And this one is a heavy one, like life is not fair. What was happening in your life?
Life is not fair is a true story. It's all about love, commitment, cheating, and betrayal.
Is this a true story based on your life or based on other people's lives?
It's based on my true life.
Your personal life.
Yeah.
Right.
But in the characters are not me.
Okay.
I had to come up with some different names for some other reasons.
I understand completely.
Uh-huh.
I understand completely.
And then my God Cares and Provides is a true testament about my life. Since I was 5, mm-hmm. I wrote all instances where I saw the hand of God in my life.
Wow. Do you want to give us one of them?
The very first one, I was 5. I almost drowned in the Unyani River.
Oh, wow.
I had gone to swim, to play with my brother. My brothers were swimming across the river. So they would bask in the sun in the middle of the river. So that actually... I also wanted to imitate, so I ended up almost drowning, and I was saved by a guy. I still remember his name was Namo.
Wow.
As Namo, yeah.
Wow.
And then the second incident, I think I was 6 years. I think it was a year later. I was almost run down by a car here in Harare. It was Salisbury then. That was, I think, 1966.
So this is clearly showing us that really the hand of God in your life. And then, the last one that you can explain is the will determines the way. Whose will? Your will, God's will, other people's will? What are you really talking about in this?
The will determines the way. I actually wrote about how I struggled with my education. As I said, my father was always in and out of the hospital. So as a family, we struggled financially. So going to school was a luxury at one time. So I kept on studying on my own, especially my high school. I did all my high school education on my own.
On your own? I mean, I read about this. This is great.
Including my tertiary education, I did it all on my own. So I had to work on farms, working for school. I had to work as a domestic helper, working for trying to raise funds. So I'm saying out there to the people in similar circumstances, one can do it as long as the will is there. So the will determines the way.
That's very good. And so you are a married man and you have children.
Yes.
And what kind of impact have you had on your children? Are they following suit? Or I
think my kids are all following suit. They are all hardworking and they're inspired. So
by watching your life, I mean, your story is very inspiring.
Yes, I can say I'm fortunate. All my kids are hardworking, and they are actually determined to make it in life, despite the hardships here and there.
Yeah.
But I think I can say they're
doing well.
They're doing well. Yes.
Right. That's fantastic. So, these books. Where can we get these books? Where do you buy them?
These books in Harare, they are found at best bookshops. That's Corner, Jason Moy, and First Street.
Corner Jason Moy and First Street. Best bookshops.
Best bookshops.
Okay.
And whoever wants them can just give me a call, 0772 325 478.
Okay, you have to say that slowly. 0, so you can look into there and say
0772 325 478.
Okay, that's the number. And are you on social media?
Yes, I am on social media.
What's your name on social media? How do we find you?
Ngoni Chisi.
Ngoni Chisi.
Yes.
On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
Facebook.
On Facebook. Okay. Facebook, Ngoni Chisi. That's where you will find the author of these fantastic books. I mean, real life stories, real life situations, and just a motivational aspect of just motivating people that you can actually make it.
Yes, it's true. As long as one is focused, one is going to be focused, you've got to be determined and still work on your goals, despite the hardships. The hardships will always be there, but
you can
one
keep
is
going.
Going to keep on.
That's wonderful. And how much are these books, just quickly before we close?
$10 each.
$10 each.
Very affordable.
Very affordable, absolutely right, for such great knowledge. $10 each, best bookshops, Ngoni Chisi on social media platforms.